Hey guys, I've only just woken up and I'm not sure whether it's meant to be cheeky or whether it's meant to be festive, but all my Pokemon appear to think that they're reindeer. Yeah, I spotted that too. It was actually quite cute. I thought it was quite funny. Glaceon did well. We're just waiting for the results from Santa to see if she's ready to pull the sleigh on Christmas Eve. It's going to be sad and I'm going to miss her, but we'll have to see how it goes. After Christmas, I'll show you a video of how we met and how it went on. I'm a little bit busy to be showing you all of her training. But while we're at it, let's see what's inside number 21 and see what challenge we have today. That was a lot more easier to open. Oh, it's another water type. And it is Squirtle! 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 Squirtle's quite a mischievous, cheeky type. Kind of miss the fact that he's not wearing his glasses. This is going to take some thinking, because last time we had a water Pokemon, when we had Piplup, we did Reflection. And I'm not sure what challenge we're going to do for today, but let's ask the sleigh to sort of park, and we'll see what the Harry Potter has in store for us. So, guys, if you don't mind. Give me Piplup. Good boy. Let's find out what's inside number 21. First I've got to find it. There it is. And it is the sorting hat. That's going to be interesting. I wonder what the sorting hat has in store for us. That back into there. Magnets. Fridge magnets of Gryffindor and Slitherin. That's interesting. We're going to have to see what kind of day we've got. And we've got a special also scheduled, because I just got my Geek Gear box today. So we're going to have a challenge today, and we're going to have a special today. And throughout until Christmas Eve, we're going to have some more schedules up, because I've got a little bit more time on my hand. So join me as we find out what fridge magnets and a Squirtle has in store for us. Bye for now. Oh, brilliant. Brilliant story. Oh, cool. Cool. Oh, hi. You can't see what I'm looking at. When I was little, in order to keep us in bed for as long as possible on Christmas Day, I don't know if other parents do this now as well, but my mum used to buy us all advent calendars, and I've kind of copied the tradition as I've gone along. They're just so brilliant. They're just so full of fun Christmas activities, drawings. They will keep you in bed for a long period of time. And the stories as well are just absolutely brilliant. I'd love to be able to read a story from here, but I'm a little bit worried about copyright, so I won't be able to. But as we know, today's challenge was Squirtle, which is a water-type Pokemon. And last time I had a water-type Pokemon, I was talking about reflections, particularly reflections of the year that we've had. And what a year we have had. So I want to do the complete reverse. I want to do kind of what I hope the next year is going to be. Particularly as I'm looking back into the past of me buying. I still buy advent annuals to this day and calendars. It's become quite a tradition. And I think that this is kind of the thing that allows us to sort of keep a hold of a little bit of our childhood as we go along. So, what kind of things do I expect in 2021? Well, 2021 kind of hasn't really started well because we're gone back into lockdown. We're trying our best to avoid a national lockdown, but I don't honestly believe that is going to happen. The virus is just spreading way too quickly. My biggest hope is that the vaccines do work and we slowly start seeing less and less of the virus spreading, which means that we get some decent normality back. I hope to be able to see all my friends again. I hope to be able to see most of my family once again. I'm still kept in regular contact with all of my family and all of my friends. It'd be quite nice to have less pressure at work as well. We've been inundated with loads of stuff that we've had to do. It sounds weird, but you'd never think about being jealous of people having to stay at home. But it's been like that this whole entire year. It's been everyone's at home, working from home, including my partner. And you still have to leave the house. You have to go to a warehouse. You are basically providing everything, toys, clothes, the lot, to keep everyone's normality as normal as possible. And I've got to admit, my body has suffered quite a lot because of it. I've not been ill in the sense of illness, but there have been days where I've been so incredibly tired. I spend most of my days off asleep, and that's just because I'm so exhausted from the work that I do. But I try and keep on doing it because, particularly now with Christmas, I want people to get the presents that they want for Christmas. I want the children to still be able to smile. It was like that at Halloween. I still wanted people to celebrate Halloween. Halloween was different because no one could go out in Halloween, but I still wanted people to be able to decorate their homes, to be able to dress up, to be able to basically have fun over the Halloween period, even if it's just through Zoom chats. To be able to do that would make my day, just make my day. It's part of the reason why I'm still going on, even though I am dead tired. And why I still keep turning up to work, even though my legs are killing me, my back is killing me, everything is killing me. I imagine it's the same story for every retailer, every nurse. And my biggest ask to a lot of people who are watching this is please bear with them the best you can. They're going through God knows what to try and keep this world at bay, to try and keep everything as normal as possible. But obviously it's not normal anymore. Everyone's struggling, everyone's tired. I don't think they would appreciate anyone coming at them and yelling at them because they can't, provide toilet paper, or they can't provide hand sanitizer, which regrettably, this year has been a year where you sort of think about the good and the bad stuff. And it's been, you don't realise what you're missing until you've missed it. I have had days where I don't even know if I'm going to the charity shop anymore because all the charity shops right now are completely shut. I just got a text because I volunteer at a charity shop, and I just got a text from my manager from the charity shop saying it's been closed until further notice. That saddens me because if the shops are closed, charities themselves can't support the people that really need it. They will start closing down and they will start to suffer. The people they're helping will suffer. So I wanted to use, I was particularly happy I got Squirtle because this was a subject I really wanted to talk about. Some online retailers, in fact, quite a lot of them, do offer donations to charities that are in trouble. My charity, for example, is supported by Amazon.co.uk through their website called Smile. So if you go smile.amazon.co.uk, I will double check this and put it in the description. It will allow you to select a charity and you can donate to any charity that you want. It doesn't have to be the charity I represent, but can be any charity. And this keeps the charities alive. If we have to remain in lockdown, we have to use the tools to help others. And if retail companies, if food banks, if any tiny little bit of help can be done, then that can make normality come sooner than we think. I'm certainly hoping to have a Zoom chat with my family at Christmas Day if I wake up. That's one of my fears. But I would rather spend Christmas Day and New Year's Day asleep than constantly worrying about being able to help people, provide people with what they need. It would break my heart knowing that I failed as a person. And I know that people will say that, how can you fail? How no one could have predicted this year at all. No one could have predicted it. No one ever predicted it. I help out because I keep in contact with my friends. I keep in contact with my family. We're having a quiz on Tuesday, which is brilliant. They keep interrupting. I have a very special project that I'm working on right now. I was going to have a picture up to show what it was, but I need permission from the other people first. If that comes at the end of the day, it will appear now. But if not, I've just clicked for no reason. Don't worry. So sorry. But what I'm doing as part of my Amdram group, because I do lighting for Amdram, is we're trying to think about putting on a collection of stories that we've written. Now, some of our group has written plays to be performed, and my play was selected. I did a play on hoarding, because it was quite an interesting subject to do. Because I can imagine a lot of people, they've probably stocked up on stuff. Particularly when I was working in the charity shop, one of the main problems that we had at the charity shop was the fact that we couldn't take as many donations as we wanted because we were running out of storage space. And about 80% of the abuse that we got at the charity service was, why can't we take stuff? Why can't we do this? Why can't we do that? Because in the old days, it would be every single day we'd pick up a new stuff, we'd start taking them out the bags, we'd look at them, check them, see if they were sellable, and then we'd do it, and then we'd put them on the shop. This time we couldn't do that. This time we had to say, right, this, and this day we'll take donations, this, and this day we can't take donations. Because those 3 days that we couldn't take donations would be spent going through the previous day's donations, trying to get as much out of the shop as we could while still selling. And that was incredibly hard. It was incredibly hard trying to turn people away, even though we were so welcome to it. We had a lot of people saying, oh, well, I'm going to chuck it in the dumpster then. It wasn't what we were saying. A lot of the time we would say, we don't take donations today, but we'll take it tomorrow. And they go, oh, I can't take it tomorrow, and walk off. It's that kind of abuse that we couldn't, I would recommend not giving to people. They're trying their best in every way, shape or form. It was probably the same story for a lot of charity shops, particularly mine because it was quite small. And it breaks my heart to think of things slipping slowly out of normality just because of it. I kind of said that today's was going to be a reflection of the future, but it's slowly flowing back into the past because we have to think about what this year has done to us. People have lost loved ones, and it's been difficult. Particularly me, I've lost people. There's 2 videos that I have been meaning to send to my friend, on the indication that she needs to check it first, because I want her permission first before I put it on YouTube, because of the subject. As you know, I've been visiting my friend to make sure that she's okay. We've been keeping the social distance. We've been obeying the rules. It's mainly because she's been so high risk. We've been incredibly worried about her. But she's a really strong person, as is a lot of my friends, including my family. And it's been incredibly hard to try and keep things up. The one funny thing was when my husband was eventually ordered to go back to work, and I'm imagining by him not being here right now, he's had to return to work. He was a bit disappointed because he could just wake up, go to the living room, lift up his laptop, and boom, he was at work. I still had to travel to work, but it was incredibly hard to try and evaluate the kind of balance. It did affect a lot of the time that we could go out, because there was nowhere to go. Basically, we did go to the cinema when it was reopened, but then the cinema had to shut. We did have movie nights occasionally at home, but a lot of the time we both just got bored. I did go out for my walks, but that became even more difficult with the fact that I was getting more tired, and it was incredibly difficult. If the lockdown continues, one thing that I would like to continue doing with you guys is actually make progress with my jars. The Macbeth Dream Jar has decayed, so I want to keep trying with that one. I have a new technique. I'm going to abandon the kind of liquid base. It's a good idea, but for some reason it's constantly going mouldy, and I think it is because of the type of paint or the type of water that I'm using. It just isn't going well. Now, my mother-in-law recently bought me some resin, which I've always said I am going to try to do, and I never either have the time or never have the patience to do it. So maybe when I've done a little bit more experimenting with the resin, maybe that will progress to a Macbeth jar. It was something that was on my mind when I did the Macbeth jar. I wanted to use resin, but resin is kind of a brand new material for me. So my mother-in-law brought me a resin kit with quite a few stuff in it, which you might see also in the jars. There's quite a few backlog of jars that I need to do as well. I've been saying for a year now, I've had designs for Easter jars. I've had designs for Halloween jars. I've had designs for certain events and ways of improving. And this is one thing that I want to try and do this week, is I even had a design for a NHS jar. Now I haven't got all the materials for it because I work in online retail. I'm aware that there's a struggle with online retail. So kind of I've been reluctant to buy things online. Obviously, I do still buy online because some things I can't get, but I've been very reluctant to buy things online, particularly if I don't think they're very useful. Now, you'll notice that the jars I use are quite small, so I have to be very selective of the items that I have. I have in the past donated items that don't work to either charity, maybe thinking of reselling them, I'm not sure. But the point I'm trying to make is that if the jars need to have a success, I need more motivation. So maybe that will be my New Year's resolution. Be more motivated, maybe even pace myself a little more as well, just because of how my days have been. I wanted to sit and talk and do this as Squirtle because I wanted to make it clear that this year's been incredibly hard for everyone. And hopefully 2021 will be the brighter year. We just don't know. But it's Christmas, so the last thing that I want to do today is wish everyone a Merry Christmas. See you in the new year, maybe. And we're going to have sort of a 1 minute, sort of a little bit of a think of maybe even comment in at the end of the video. What type of things would you be interested in doing in the next year? Don't worry about it being as surreal as you want it. It'd be perfectly fine. I'm going to get back to having some rest, so I can be nice and bright for Wednesday and nice and bright for New Year's Eve as well. New Year's Eve. Still wishing it was the new year, for Christmas Eve, so that you all can have the presents that you want, and have the fantastic Christmas that I know you all deserve. Plus, I suspect that we're probably going to try and do most of our Christmas shopping today. So, until I see you again, stay safe, stay well, keep the magic in your fingertips, and I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.